Hi, my name is Timko. I'm a screenwriter and indie filmmaker, and today I will give you 3 easy tips to help you write more compelling stories. So let's get to it. What I often see when clients send me scripts, the most common and most fatal mistake that I see in scripts is that they haven't figured out what the story is really about, right? You don't want to make the mistake and start writing scripts where you think, yeah, hey, this would be cool to watch in a movie, right? We've all seen these movies. They have sort of a cool concept, they're fun to watch, and you forget about them like a day after, or you forget about them as soon as you walk out of the theater. You don't want to write these scripts, so use these tips to have an emotional impact, and it will never happen again. The first thing is you want to figure out why are you writing the story, right? Why is this personal to you, right? Why is this compelling to you? Figure out that reason. It will not only help you have infuse your story with more emotions, but when you write something that is close to your heart, that is personal to you, it will most likely resonate with somebody else, but it will also help you to finish the story. Like you have an automatic motivation now built in because you know exactly why it is compelling. And when you sit down writing it, then and you sort of feel lazy, you get this writer's block, but god damn it, I have to finish it. I have to find a way by any means. So figure out why is this story important to you and why do you want to finish it? Why do you want to write it in the first place? All right. Which brings us to the second point. Who are you addressing this story to? Who are you writing it for? If you figure out who are you writing it for, then picture the person you're writing it to. Maybe it's a younger version of yourself. So what happens if they don't hear of this tale? What happens if they don't hear the story? What damage could take place if they don't hear the story? Or what benefit could they get from hearing this story? So always picture yourself from the view of the person who is hearing the story or who is watching this film, then address it as though you are writing a personal letter to somebody. Hey, little person, this is what you need to know. Then the third part is, what is the lesson of the story? Think about movies that are very successful, or think about movies that impacted you personally, right? I am a comic geek, right? So let's say Captain America Civil War, divided we fall, right? It's basically very simple, but it's very effective. Or let's think about Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton, right? What is legacy? Legacy is planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. History has its eyes on you, like it's full of those chunks of wisdom that you can just take out of it. So figure out what is the lesson of your story. You want to know who you're writing it to, why you're writing it, and you want to have a message. It doesn't have to be on the nose, but you want to create a story where you dramatize, okay, this is what happens if my protagonist does not understand the message, and this is how my protagonist will suffer through not understanding and applying the message in their personal life. And this, if this has a happy ending, and this is what happens when they apply the message, and now they go in this hero mode, and now they can actually complete their task, fulfill their mission, fulfill their destiny, be happy. Or you have a dark ending, okay, they didn't get the memo and everybody dies or whatever, like something dramatic happens. But figure out what is the message of the story and what happens, what are the consequences if my protagonist applies those messages or does not apply this message, depending how dark or how happy you want to write your story. So those are my 3 tips. Figure out the why is this important to me? Why am I writing it? Who am I addressing it to, and why is it important to them? And what is the message that I want to convey? And you will have a way more compelling story. Now, if you're interested in this sort of stuff, I created a course where I explain to you step by step everything you need to know to write compelling stories, and also at the same time to create a professional writing habit. So at the end of the course, it's called Finish Your Story. It has 5 modules, and when you go work through every module, you will have no excuse left to finish your story and to write a compelling screenplay. It's not always easy. Like sometimes writing screenplays, it can be a journey, it can be difficult, but just keep at it, and you will get there and you become the screenwriter that you want to be. And don't forget, it's not about reaching like some sort of status, just, yeah, now I'm good or now I'm perfect. It's just about getting better.